Yes, but this is our 20th lecture. This is our 20th lecture. In this lecture, we will discuss fixed exchange rates and its effects, its impacts on fixed exchange rates and effects of fiscal policy, monetary policy, and trade policy on Mundell Flemming model equilibrium. Already we have defined fixed exchange rates. Again, fixed exchange rates is the rate, fixed exchange rate is the rate which is fixed by the central bank, which is fixed by the central bank. Secondly, the definition which is given over here fixed exchange rate is the rate for which the state bank gets ready to buy or sell the domestic currency for foreign currency at a predetermined rate. In the fixed exchange rate, simple words, in the fixed exchange rates, the central bank buys or sells the domestic currency for foreign currency at a predetermined rate. That is the fixed exchange rate. For example, state bank fix कर देता है, that is 150 rupees, state 150 rupees equal to $1. 150 rupees equal to $1. That is the fixed exchange rate for the long time period, for the 1 year. It means that 150 rupees can buy 150 rupees can buy 1 unit of dollar. Okay, that is fixed by the State Bank of Pakistan. Now, if you remember that, in the last classes we have already discussed the difference between fixed exchange rates and floating exchange rates. What is the floating exchange rate? The floating exchange rate is the exchange rate which changes over time due to changing economic conditions. जो हमने last time economic conditions discuss कर चुके हैं already. But fixed exchange rate does not change due to change in economic conditions. It is fixed by the central bank. Which one we have done? This is the simple definition of fixed exchange rate. So the difference between fixed exchange rate and the floating exchange rate we have done. So in the Mundell Flemming model, how government, how state bank, how central bank of Pakistan will fix the exchange rate. How government, how state bank of Pakistan, how any central bank of any economy can fix the exchange rate. So in the Mundell Flemming model, the central bank fix the exchange rate. The central bank can fix the exchange rate by shifting the LM curve. By shifting the LM curve. Very simple. State bank can fix the exchange rate by shifting the LM curve. That is very simple explanation. Okay. The next one is we want to see the difference between nominal exchange rate and the real exchange rate. Nominal exchange rate and real exchange rate. So the difference between nominal exchange rate and the real exchange rate. But a nominal exchange rate is very clear, which that is a floating exchange rate. But again, I will explain the nominal exchange rate. Nominal exchange rate shows that nominal exchange rate shows that nominal exchange rate shows that how many units of foreign currency can be purchased it shows that nominal exchange rate shows that how many units of foreign currency can be purchased by 1 unit of domestic currency. Like nowadays, 172 rupees nowadays 167 nowadays 67 rupees nowadays 67 rupees can purchase $1. Can purchase $1. That is the nominal exchange rate. And what is the real exchange rate? Real exchange rate means that shows that how many units of foreign goods, how many units of foreign goods, not currency, like how many units of foreign Chinese computer can be purchased by 1 unit of Pakistani computers. That is the real exchange rate. For example, if 2 Chinese computer equal to 1 Pakistani computer, it means that 1 Pakistani computer can buy 2 Chinese computers. So here real exchange rate is higher. If one Chinese computer can purchase 2 Pakistani computers, then Pakistan's real exchange rate is lower. So this system, here we are going to discuss the fixed exchange rate. That in this way, in this system, nominal exchange rate is fixed. But in the long run, when prices are fixed, in the long run, when the prices are flexible, automatically long run में prices flexible हो जाती है. Then nominal exchange rate cannot move, but the real exchange rate can move. Even the nominal exchange rate is fixed. Again, in the long run, when prices are flexible, then real exchange rate can move up and down, even if the nominal exchange rate is fixed. क्यों? गुड्स की प्राइस में चेंज आने से गुड्स पॉसिबल है कि रियल एक्सचेंज बढ़ जाए, पॉसिबल है रियल एक्सचेंज रेट कम हो जाए. दैट इज आई हैव डिस्कस्ड इन दैट चैप्टर. Getting the point? Okay, now we are going to next the same thing, fiscal policy and this fiscal policy under fixed exchange rate. The same questions which were discussed in the last class. Fixed exchange rates. Now we are going to discuss. For example, our economy is in recession. In recession, which fiscal policy will be suitable? Now, the expansionary fiscal policy will be suitable to stabilize the economy in recession. What is the fiscal policy? Fiscal policy, expansionary fiscal policy means higher government expenditure or lower taxes. एक्सपेंशनरी फिस्कल पॉलिसी में या तो गवर्नमेंट अपने एक्सपेंडिचर बढ़ा देगी या टैक्सेस कम कर देगी टू रिजॉल्व द रिसेशन, टू स्टेबलाइज द इकोनॉमी इन रिसेशन. If you remember, under floating exchange rates, in case of recession, expansionary fiscal policy was ineffective at changing output level. अगर आपको याद हो लास्ट 7-8 स्लाइड्स में हमने क्या डिस्कस किया था कि रिसेशन में फ्लोटिंग एक्सचेंज रेट केस में, अंडर फ्लोटिंग एक्सचेंज रेट, जब आप एक्सपेंशनरी फिस्कल पॉलिसी इंप्लीमेंट करते हैं उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या होता था? देन आउटपुट चेंज नहीं होती. एक्सपेंशनरी पॉलिसी वाज ineffective at changing output level. But in case of fixed exchange rates, expansionary fiscal policy is very effective at changing output level. But in case of fixed exchange rates, expansionary policy in recession is very effective at changing output level. How it will be possible? So let's follow the diagram. See the diagram. Again, exchange rate is on vertical axis. Income level is on horizontal axis. Our initial LM curve is in blue colored LM curve, LM1. And initial IS curve is also with blue colored IS curve. The initial equilibrium is over here, where exchange rate is fixed. When exchange rate is fixed, then State Bank, then we draw a line to fix the exchange rate, Now, State Bank will fix the exchange rate by shifting LM curve in any kind of policy. Now, first, in recession, as government increases its expenditures, as government increases its expenditure, IS curve shift upward with red color, IS curve 2. You remember? We are here, from here to here, at given exchange rate, where income level has risen. You remember, under floating exchange rates, in the long run, exchange rate increases, which crowd out net exports and reduces income level to Y1. We find no change in income, but higher exchange rate in the economy as a result of expansionary fiscal policy. But in case of here, at given exchange rate, as IS curve shift upward, rightward, with red color, we are here where income level has risen. When income level is risen, then money demand in the economy have been risen. Money demand has been risen. Money demand आपकी बढ़ जाती है. Higher money demand का इम्पैक्ट क्या होता है? इंटरेस्ट रेट बढ़ना शुरू हो जाता है. अब एक्सचेंज रेट का काम है कि वो इंटरेस्ट रेट को बढ़ने से रोके. To fix the exchange rate. Now, as interest rate goes up, then हमने पढ़ा था last same diagram पे, foreign investor will invest Pakistan and Pakistan currency appreciate, exchange rate increases. But here exchange rate is fixed by the State Bank. Now State Bank will fix the exchange rate by shifting LM curve rightward. LM curve कैसे shift होगा rightward? Now State Bank of Pakistan will increase money supply. As money supply increases, LM curve shift right, and interest rate, which one was increased due to the increase in income, now interest rate will be at initial level. Interest rate नहीं बढ़ेगा. जब local interest rate नहीं बढ़ेगा, then we will not find any change in exchange rate, because global interest rate equal to local interest rate, then there will be no change in exchange rate due to higher local interest rates. As a result, as central bank will increase money supply, LM curve will shift right. LM curve will shift right. As LM curve shift right, as you can see here with green color LM curve 2, the new LM curve intersect to new IS curve at this point where exchange rate is fixed and income level has been changed. So, expansionary fiscal policy under fixed exchange rate in recession, IS curve shift right, with red color. Then to keep the exchange rate fixed, State Bank shift the ISLM curve to the right, where new LM curve with green color cross the new IS curve at this point where exchange rate is fixed, but income level has been increased. That is very effective policy in recession. So fixed exchange rate is very suitable to control recession in the economy, okay, as compared to the floating exchange rate. क्यों? हमारा पर्पस क्या था? इकोनॉमी को रिसेशन से निकालना. लेकिन अंडर फ्लोटिंग एक्सचेंज रेट इनकम लेवल इंक्रीज नहीं हुआ था, लिहाजा आपकी इकोनॉमी कभी भी रिसेशन से नहीं निकल सकती थी फ्लोटिंग एक्सचेंज रेट. बट विद फिक्स एक्सचेंज रेट द इकोनॉमी कैन बी आउट ऑफ रिसेशन by expansionary fiscal policy under fixed exchange rates. Now we are here at new equilibrium point where exchange rate is fixed by the state bank and we are at higher income level Y2. The result is exchange rate is fixed and income level has been increased. So this is the effect of expansionary fiscal policy under fixed exchange rate in recession on Mundell Flemming equilibrium exchange rate and income level. So again you read this one. Under fixed exchange rate, expansionary fiscal policy in recession is very effective at changing output level to remove the recession in the economy. That is the best policy. Getting the point? So in this diagram, the same, then in the next slides, we will discuss monetary policy under fixed exchange rate. Okay, now the opposite case, when the economy is in expansion, then how to stabilize the economy? In expansion, we find higher inflation in the economy. How to remove that inflation in the economy? Then how to remove the inflation in the economy? जब इकोनॉमी में इन्फ्लेशन बहुत ज्यादा होगा, इसका मतलब यही होगा मोस्टली कि इकोनॉमी क्या है, बूम में. देन इकोनॉमी को स्टेबलाइज करने के लिए कौन सी पॉलिसी फॉलो की जाएगी? टाइट फिस्कल पॉलिसी. In case of tight fiscal policy, IS curve will shift left. Then, to stabilize the economy, to fix the exchange rate, state bank will shift the LM curve left. Okay, by shifting the LM curve left at new equilibrium level, our income level has been decreased. Okay, left to the Y1 and where the economy is stabilized. Okay, that is a part of your assignment I will give you later. But now, till now it is okay. That's enough for you. So hopefully in the next class, we will discuss the monetary policy under fixed exchange rate to remove the recession in the economy. So that is our point of discussion. Then we will discuss which policy is suitable to remove the recession in the economy. Now I am going to close our lecture. If you are in any problem, you can ask your question.